Welcome back to another episode at our property. It's been 7 long months since we had to move out after the floods, but the house is finally starting to come back to life. We're on a big final push to get phase 1 wrapped up before the Christmas holidays. Plumbing fit out, pool fencing, painting, electrical, and even building a chook pen for Demi. Let's jump in and show you how far we've come. Is it comfy?
That's wild.
Proudly supported by Opus, Ultimate 9, Superior Engineering, GME, Tie Gear, and in part by. First thing that we are doing this episode is some plumbing with Gary the plumber, aka my dad. We're beginning with the shower. We have a shower rose and mixer and body and whatever it is that needs to be hooked up here, main shower and a bottom bathroom. Are you ready for me to drill through our new tiles and destroy them? Maybe if I just start drilling and the whole tile just shattered. Shattering the tile was not a concern at all. I could barely put a mark on the thing. How are you guys going to say? So we sent Demi to the shops to get the correct drill bit for those tiles, and Dad and I got to work installing the toilet while we waited.
Centre of that red is a bit of a guide, and you're coming back in. You'll be able to keep an eye on him as he comes to the back here.
Well, I would like to hold my little hand.
That's the toilet bowl, all set, level and in place, plugged into the waste. So now we go around and silicone it all up. We are using clear silicone. We decided that was the look we're going to go for. And what's the purpose of the silicone?
To hold this thing sound on the tiles so as it will never move.
That's the toilet siliconed in. We need to let that rest, sit and dry for 24 hours or so before we put the cistern on. And then Demi went to Bunnings and got a diamond drill bit, so I'll give this a go on the porcelain tiles and see if that does any better getting through them, because they are very hard. There's the shower rose, it's like a dual thing, all installed. Now we just got to install the tap mixer thing. That's that, all hooked up and working. We tested both of them, no leaks coming from anywhere. We have ourselves a shower. Got to mount this cistern on the toilet bowl now, meaning we have to turn the water off. So I'll go out to the mains and do that. Now I can undo this without the water flying everywhere at us. There's 2 wing nuts down in there, which is the 2 I used to tighten this onto the bowl. And then that's where it's plugged into the wall, which would be your water feed into it. That's a little mini cistern cock, so you can turn it on and off there, isolate the toilet. We'll go turn the water on and see how we go. We will. Water's on, so it's filled up with water, your system, for when you flush the toilet. The next step is what? Just check for leaks everywhere.
Yeah, we'll give it a flush, because there are seals that have been taken off and sat around for a while, so it's to test these seals.
This is just the toilet that was already in the house before the floods. We're just reusing it. It's like a nice cockery toilet and there's nothing wrong with it. Well, seems to be all working anyway. Obviously, if we find a problem, we'll have to sort that out. The other thing too is this is black, which doesn't suit the new theme that Demi's come up with. We're obviously going to that colour theme now, but I'm pretty sure we can just go to the plumbing shop and we'll just pull these buttons out, take them with us and get the matching coloured buttons.
What you want to see.
No water coming out anywhere. Third job of plumbing installs is the laundry tap and waste. So for the laundry tap, we're going to use this one, which is our old kitchen sink mixer, in the quest of saving a bit of money. That's like a $400 or $500 big mixer tap, and it pretty much matches up the color nicely, and that'll be a nice good big laundry tap. Demi said she wants it on the left.
Really see it, but you can get a toothpick in it.
And then down under here, I've just been hooking it all up. So just had to tighten up this nut and these screws, reattach the flex leads to it. And now I have to put this weighted thing on to this one, because that's what that pull in and out bit on the end of the mixer. So that weights it to pull it back in once you let go of it. Pull these two test caps off. So I've got one off there. I'm just draining this last bit of water. One more to pull off. And then we're going to put 2 mini cistern cocks on, like isolating valve things, and then we'll hook up our flex leads to them, and we'll have water at the tap.
Thank you. Do that little red run.
This is all hooked up now, so same thing. Check it all for leaks. So they're all good, not leaking. While we're here, we may as well do these two with another 2 control taps on them. The idea behind having a control tap is if there's a problem anywhere in the system, instead of having to turn your mains off, you just turn your control tap off and isolate it here. These 2 are for the washing machine, so we'll get them sorted. That's your 2 washing machine ones on as well, hot and cold, hooked up and working. Obviously once we get the washing machine in here, we can plumb that in as well. So now we have to hook up the waste for this. By the day's getting on, so we're going to leave that for the moment. So we're still going to do the waste for that, the vanity basin, tap and waste, and the bath once we get to that. But we're not doing the bath till this window's in and the tiles are done. Then the bath can go in, and then we can hook up the tap and mixer. Later that afternoon, the builders swung by and filled the hole we had in the middle of the house with the concrete that they cut out in the last episode. This is where a big support beam is going to go for the upstairs. And Demi was building another rabbit house she got for the more rabbits she plans on getting. It's another day at the property while Demi and the kids are building the rabbit hut for more rabbits that they're planning on getting. Dad's back and we're going to keep going with this plumbing. So the first thing we're going to do is this laundry waste. When you set up a waste for something like this, a laundry tub, what's this that you have to have one of these, don't you? Like not the exact one, but something like that.
This creates the water seal, so the rising smell of sewage, being that it's going to a sewage system, won't enter the room. So every plumbing fixture requires a water seal. That's why when you look in your toilet you see the water, therefore the gases can't come back up through the water.
Next thing we got to do is this bench that's going in here. We have to cut that for these flex leads that are going to go through it because it sits up here, and also cut a hole for the waste to come through as well. So we'll measure all that out, mark it, cut it, and then it'll fit in and we can start putting the plumbing through it. Hole cut out up the back where those flex leads can go. Now we just got to sort out this waste hole. And once you're standing up here looking down at it, you'll never see that stuff back there anyway. That O-ring ain't going on.
No, that's trouble. That's why we're using this stuff.
Yeah.
Which looks like a 31.
That's the waste all hooked up, done and sorted. We just had to add that little last bit on there at the end, which is to run up into there. So if you need to, well, you won't need to, but we may as well hook it up anyway, and then we'll just put a cap on it, which is here. So if you need to run like a washing machine down in there, you can. It's also got an underneath connection point too, so you can choose which one you want to use. But it's all hooked up, so we'll water test it now and make sure it's not going to leak. Yeah. No leaks, waste, all hooked up and working.
More rabbits?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's been a few days. The two new bunnies are enjoying life on the new rabbit farm.
On a new rabbit farm.
So this is Peach,
She's a girl.
He's a girl.
and the other one is...
Banshee, a white one.
You love him.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying having pet rabbits? What we're doing today though is continuing to put together our chicken coop / now going to be a bunny home as well, because they're going to need a bigger area to hang out in. And most of this was already here when we moved in. We have been mucking around, adding, changing a couple bits and pieces. Demi's been collecting rubbish / chook pen materials, whatever you want to call it, from all over the place, family members and wherever she can find things. So word on the street is that rabbits are good diggers and pretty good at chewing through things as well. So it's a little bit more difficult to set up a rabbit area than it is a chicken area. And we also have to factor in keeping other animals such as snakes out of here. Meaning we have to wire the whole floor of this. Well, probably not really so much the middle, but definitely all around the edges so they can't dig down and out the other side. We're also trying to do this as budget friendly and spend as little money as possible, because we got a house to build, not spend heaps of money on chooks and rabbit pens. Now this old one here, we're going to pull that down and use that on the floor so they can't dig out. And we'll leave the chicken wire all the way there. But what we did buy is this here. So this is quite thick wire that rabbits can't chew through, and it's quite thin. You know, it's only like thumb width holes. And we're going to run that all around the edges, and that'll stop snakes and predators getting in, hopefully. That's the theory anyway. We don't know exactly what we're doing. So anyways, we'll get the floor wide, we'll get the sides wide, and then we'll reassess our plan from there.
Mom.
Fresh day on the chook pen / rabbit pen build. So the other arvo, we got all those old sheets on, so now they got a full house and a whole undercover area. We got that back protection sheet along there just to make it a little bit cozy for them. And then we got all this wire done, so our thick close together wire to stop them getting out and stop snakes, predators getting in. And then we've wired all along the edge here so they can't dig out, and we are going to cover this up with a bit of a layer of soil too, so they're not just walking on wire. So that's pretty much all done there. So I think we've got to wire that now, and then we've got to wire the front, start working out our front wall, wire off the middle area so we can split them up if we need. So that's that wired on the ground, up the wall, on the ground along here. Both those sides are done as well. So we still got to sort out the front, and we're going to add wire along there, and then probably add some sort of small door here so we can make it so they can go into each other's area, or close it off so they can have their separate areas. But we got some dirt, so I'm going to start loading all this dirt in here, just even off the ground, and like fill in, you know, the low spots, the holes, that sort of thing, fill over the wires so they've got actual ground there. First half cube loaded in there, starting to fill in all the gaps and cover this wire. There is spots where the wire's like sticking up. So we just ducked out to get another half cube of soil, and that should be enough to fill it all in. And then I just dropped in the bunnings and got like some fence anchors as well, like some little things. So I'll pin down the wire where it's sticking up and then cover it with dirt.
Next job is gonna try and build a front from the pieces that we have.
I nailed that one in and then stepped back and realised how crooked it was, so I'm gonna have to get the level out. I can't have it completely looking like a 3-year-old did it all together. It might still look like a 4-year-old did it, but at least, you know, we got something straight in there. We have no idea what we're doing, and we're just using scrap bits of wood and nails and everything lying around, but I'm pretty happy with how that's coming together. It's looking nice. New day and a big day today. We've got a bunch of people here doing different things. So Berta's in the shed ripping apart that BMW for Dad's N57 conversion. We've got the pool fencing people here putting up all our new pool fence, which we are very excited to have that. And then the builders are back because the rest of the windows have turned up. And then I'm here editing one of Berto's Ute build episodes, but I'll try and get out there as much as I can to film bits and pieces of all the pool and house continuing to come together. So all the windows in the house were quite old and weathered. The frame colour didn't match the new colour scheme the house is going to be. We got a quote on painting them, but was still fairly expensive and figured we may as well just spend a bit more and redo all the windows downstairs while it was easy to install them within the build process, and getting everything in this place looking fresh and brand new. And then Demi and Zeph and Benji and Peach are all chilling in the Opus.
See that?
Hey, beautiful job.
Thanks.
You missed a bit in the corner there.
I thought you wanted to keep that bit. That other one's just...
With all the windows in, the boys could finish off the architraves and final fit out inside, so it was all ready for the painters.
And I pause.
While the builders were doing the windows on the house, over at the pool, Robin and Chris from Clean Installations had been hooking in, getting the pool fence in. We decided to mount all the fencing into the concrete slab, so the first job was for the concrete to get a core drilled for the mounting posts.
You thought I was down. You thought I was gone.
With all the holes drilled, the crew started mounting the glass panels. We were going a combination of glass panels and monument colorbond fencing. Colorbond on the back side for a bit of privacy, and glass on the house side and yard side for the views. How are you liking the new windows and house coming together?
So fresh, so clean. It looks like already so different just from the windows.
And then we got that, a replacement door for that coming in a couple of weeks, a replacement for that, and then all the windows down the other end. We're not going to do that for probably a year or so till we paid for the upstairs and got all that sorted.
Taking off of the dough like little water. Chess, yes, baby, I'm Jerry Lawler, rebel with the code.
The builders smashed out those windows and the rest of the internal fit out in the one day, so that's it, all ready for painting now. So in each bedroom, all the architraves are in, the final trimming pieces, new window, it's all looking beautiful. And then the other day too, we had all these mirror doors installed in all the wardrobes. So it's just nice aluminium framing and a mirror door. And then every single bedroom is obviously the same. It's all fresh and looking really nice in here, so it's going to be good next week once it gets painted. We've ordered a big mirror for the vanity, so that should be here later in the week or next week. And we also had the shower glass screen installed as well, so Demi really wanted a curved look because she's sort of going for curved everything in these bathroom areas. Bath is here, which Dad and I have to install once the tiler can now finish off these, now that the new windows in or all the architraves are done, so the tiler can do up to them. Slowly but surely getting there. We're coming up towards the end of November now, and it was back in May that we moved out of this place after it flooded, so it's been a slow process, but we're getting there. Probably by the end of next week we'll be back in these bedrooms. And we've been ordering everything to fill up the bedrooms as well, so that's all here, like bedside tables, bed frames, mattresses, like blankets, sheets. Just basic for the moment, but everything to make the bedrooms work, so everyone will have a bed and a bedside table. Chris and Robin put in a huge day and smashed a lot of this out. There's probably 80-90% there. Just got to come back in the morning and finish it off. all the glass fencing is on, and then all the framework for the colour bond fencing is on, so I just have to infill the panels tomorrow and have to do the gate there too. Starting to look really nice, but it's going to be so good once it's finished. It's the next day, just had all that old temporary fencing picked up, gone, and then the guys are here finishing off this new fencing. That's the pool fencing all complete, finished, and the pool area looking absolutely amazing. That looks so good. The idea was glass here, glass there, so when you're in the pool area you can still, you know, see it all from the house, and you got a view out over our yard there. And then we put the colour bond on that side and that side, just so we got a bit of privacy from the neighbours and block out like all our chook pen and stuff like that. Even though our neighbours are very nice people, I'm sure they don't want to watch us swim in the pool all day. So to finish it off, I think we're going to get like a couple of pool chairs, maybe try and get a little shade and a couple of plants in there, and we'll call that all done. I would have to sit down and calculate it all exactly, but if you're curious on how much this pool area costs to change into something like this, I'm pretty sure it was coming up towards 40 grand. Big job, fairly expensive. But that's amazing for summer, which starts in a couple of weeks. How do you like the new pool area that you designed? Is it everything you envisioned?
It is, and I also said to you yesterday, don't ever diss my design plans because they always work out looking absolutely amazing. The concrete was my colour, the fence was my colour. Well, actually, inside the house I designed those too, and look how good it looks. So basically I'm an interior and exterior designer.
You just have to watch the budget.
What budget?
So the next job we're going to do is start repairing around all the pool. The fencing people pulled out some of this fence, but we've got to try rip all these concreted pillars out now, and then try and dig out some of this like concrete that's washed off the slab that's all around. And then we're getting some dirt delivered, so we'll fill it all in with dirt and, I don't know, maybe grass seed or actually go buy some turf. I don't know, figure that out.
So strong.
Oh man, those things are heavy. That was the worst job, but at least that's done. Now we can start going around tidying up all these edges, removing the bits of concrete while I wait for this dirt to arrive. We haven't really done a huge amount, and that was a lot of work. This is a much bigger job than I thought, which is what often seems to happen, but that's a trailer full. $820 kilos of waste that was at the tip, so we're definitely pushing the limit of the trailer a little bit, probably 50-ish kilos over, so I have to make sure I pull up a little bit sooner next time. Our local waste charges $286 per tonne, so it's $234.52, but thankfully we had a tip ticket. I don't know if everyone else's councils is the same, but in this area when you own a house you get 2 free tip tickets per year, so we just used one of them since that would have been so much money otherwise. Anyways, we'll keep doing this. Fun job. Side number 1 all cleaned up. We had 3 cube of dirt delivered, so I'm going to start moving some of this dirt to refill and build all that up nicely. Side 1 complete. Now we either have to turf it, put grass seeds, or just leave it and grass will eventually grow. I don't know, haven't decided yet. I'm just on the second side now, and I forgot that this stormwater runs like that far underground here. So when I was trying to crowbar that concrete up, bang, straight through it. So I just scratched it up. There's just a little hole in the top of it there. So I got some scrap 100mm sewer lying around, so I'll just cut a section out of that, wrap it over and glue it on, and that'll be fine. I'm pretty sure this stormwater is going to be redundant in 6 months anyway once the upstairs is done, because we're going to send it a different way. So a temporary patch will be sweet. I thought I had some plumber's glue, but I don't, annoyingly, but that's sort of half firmish on there, but I might just tape it and then I'll go to the shops later or tomorrow so I can get a bit of glue and glue that on.
Why does he want you doing?
Yeah.
The caravan's getting wet.
Right.
The caravan's getting wet.
That was going absolutely crazy a second ago. So much lightning. It's still going crazy, but first big storm of the summer. It is an exciting one, painting day. This one's probably going to be a little bit of a tricky one to film because I don't want to be in there while they are painting, but I'll go in and get a few shots of what I can, then prepping it all and masking up. Berto's on the mower and Zeph and I are collecting wood for next winter. I've had a few trees fall down in our yard, so I've been chopping them up into pieces. I'll make piles and I'll come down one day and pick them all up in the trailer and make a pile up near the house. Zeph's filming.
What the? I'll film you now. Go.
Day one of painting done. The boys are going home, so we're going and have a quick look at how they went. I couldn't really film because they had like sheets everywhere, so I couldn't really get into film. So they touched it all up, prepped it, masked everything, and then they've gone through and done a entire spray. So that's your full undercoat down the hallway, in all the rooms, and looking very bloody nice. So that's that Dulux half Snowy Mountains or Snowy Mountains White or something that we're using. We're just doing the one color on the walls and the roof. The idea, which is recommended by the painters and what all Demi has done with her research, is you go the one color throughout and it makes it feel nice and big in all the rooms. Tomorrow, he said the first thing they'll do is they'll go around and they'll no gap everything. And what that means is anywhere where you can see black, see a gap, or different places that you look, they'll fill it all up with some sort of silicone sealer thing so you'll never see it again. And then they'll begin the final coat of painting. There's a bit fumey in here with fumes, paint fumes. I'm gonna get out. That door and window there's still got to get replaced and architrave, so I just have to touch that up when the time comes. We just found this baby bird in the yard. Do you reckon it's a baby butcher bird? He's very quiet. He's just sitting on the ground. We worked out this is definitely a baby butcher bird. I found just sitting here on the ground and we just took it over there for a look. But I don't know, we chat GPT'd it and it said to just leave it. If it looks uninjured and fully feathered, then apparently they take a few days on the ground to learn to fly. But I don't know, he seems ridiculously quiet.
All we need is right here on this bench here.
We're back outside today, finishing off this fourth and final section of the pool area. And then it's day 3, the painters being here. They're finishing up inside today, doing the last bits and pieces. And then we've got a couple of builders here doing a few final things as well.
I wanted a big one.
Back over at the house, the new laundry door had arrived. So I was out with the old disgusting looking green door and window and in with the new aluminium one.
The aluminium should last longer and be completely flood-proof. And then the painters were hooking in, getting everything finalised and finished.
That's all around the pool area done. Trailer loaded up with that concrete plus a bunch of other random rubbish. It's 35 degrees today and it's the middle of the day and it is ridiculously hot, so we might do a tip run in a nice aircon car. It really sucks shoveling all that concrete and dirt and crap out of the trailer. That was 720 kilos of waste, another $205, no tip ticket this time.
Back at home, the painters had finished up. It was time to pull the plastic off the fresh windows and then check out the inside. It was starting to look really nice now.
When we bought the house, you're like, we're not going to renovate for a long time, we'll just leave it how it is.
And then you're like, bring on the floods, boys.
So God's heard my plea.
Oh, and the glass place had installed the vanity mirror too. Yard looking nice, beautiful summer weather and completed pool area. House nearly ready to move into. Things are coming together.
We had to go get a third bunny cage yesterday, so we have 1, 2, 3, because these two are brother and sister and they're sharing the same cage. But they're about 11 weeks old and I think it's 11, 12-ish weeks they need to be separated because even though they're brother and sister, neither are intersexed and they can still have sex and make babies, which is not good, so I had to separate them. Demi's got all 3 rabbits booked in to get desexed, and obviously we're trying to continue setting up this big area for them. So for the moment, all 3 rabbits are in separate cages. Bloody pets, mate. Also, this weather, this is the 3rd day in a row of like mid-30s. Dying out here.
Back inside, Matt had arrived for the final electrical fit out. Install fans, lights, power points, switches, and get the power up and running. The builders were installing the door handles and stops and doing the final bathroom fit out. Towel rails, toilet roll holders, etc.
You thought I was down.
That's a fan and light in each room, which you have a remote to control, and then you got the isolating mains for it on and off, so it's light, fan, everything built in one. This room and this room are the same. This one is slightly different in the fact that it's a bigger room, so it has 1, 2, 3, 4 downlights in as well. So that's all the downlights, fans, lights in and working. So I've switched things on. Obviously you got light and you got power. So we got power back on in the house, which is a big step forward. All the fresh windows are in and looking amazing. I'm really glad we decided to replace them and not just repaint them or leave them. And what the boys actually did is they straightened them all up too. So you can see now the eave, I think that's the eave, isn't it? Runs straight along the top of it. So they've got some wood in there, but that'll get, like, when we paint all this, that'll get painted and blended in so you won't ever see it. Like you can see on these older ones that haven't been done yet, which we will get to, like it dips down in it. They've just sagged over time. So you can see, like, you know, there, look how much it dips down through the middle. So that's what they fixed up. So it's a whole lot neater and nicer. And the new aluminium laundry door is looking beautiful as well. So Demi chose that design where you got like the 8 panels. So that's one glass panel and they're just like stick-on aluminium sections. And obviously the new window as well. Still got that green bit there, but that'll get painted in and blended at some point. So we're just waiting for them to bring out the screen door and the lock and everything for it. But that looks really nice. And one more thing which I didn't show is the handles, which are really nice, and then latches down the back there at the bottom. So laundry and bathroom still have bits and pieces to go in them, but that's pretty much the bedrooms finalised. We need to give them all a good clean now, and I think we can start setting them up. Remember when I said to get a mop and then you came home with that thing and it didn't really work, so then we just scrubbed the house on our hands and knees?
You did one room.
And the laundry and the hallway.
You did this part of the hallway.
That's a lot. That was another very painful job. Next time, probably just hire someone to do that. But that's it cleaned somewhat decent enough anyway that we can start moving some things in.
Jacinta, keep an eye on your messages. We need my house cleaned.
Bedroom. So bedroom number 1, we're about to spend the next 6 weeks putting together flat packs. So that's going to be fun. All the kids' rooms have a bed base, a mattress, a bedside table, and then a couple of them have desk, computer, various things. Bed base number 1 is from Temple and Webster. What's the plan?
Oh, I got a headache all of a sudden.
Well, pick me up with golden hand. Oh, let's sail, let's sail you round.
Bed frame set up. So now we got the mattress. This is a koala mattress. It comes in a box. You open it, it self-inflates. Mattress on the bed. It says to allow 72 hours for it to fully inflate. So that's a Koala SE mattress. They're like the budget mattresses from Koala, but they're still a really comfy, good mattress. We got the same one for all the kids, and then we got the fancy luxury one, which we'll show when we get to it. Next up though is bedside table. We got a bedside table, a bed, mattress, desk, computer, fan, a few things in the cupboard. We'll call that the first room coming together. On to the next one. We got the same mattress, same bedside table. Bed is from the same place, Temple and Webster, but it's just a different style. Hey babe.
Yeah.
Looks like someone's still putting together their project.
There's 2 holes left in the back of this. Why does it look lopsided?
Hey. Time to do child room number 3. Yay. Other than the desk, this room and furniture is absolutely identical. But it is Sunday and I need to go do the weekly shopping, so I'm going to take Zeph, Felix, go do that and leave Demi in charge of setting up this room.
It's pretty crazy to think it's now early December and we moved out of the house in May due to the floods, only 5 weeks after we moved in. So 7 months later, we have phase 1 of the house just about done. The 4 bedrooms, a bathroom and laundry. And then next year, we will be starting the upstairs addition. Anyways, we are coming towards the end of this episode, so we'll start finishing things up. In the next episode, we will be finalizing everything in the downstairs section, finishing some jobs up around the house, and moving in for the Christmas holidays. And I will go through a cost breakdown of what we have spent so far rebuilding our home. Huge thank you to everyone that watches these episodes and supports what we do. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming action. We've got plenty more house renos, 4-wheel drive builds, and camping and off-road adventures coming up.
3rd kids' room done. Now we're going to do our room.
Our room being this one, it's the biggest downstairs room we have. This is eventually going to be the office, study, merch room. Demi and I are building the master bedroom, walk-in wardrobe, all that with the upstairs section. But until we get that, this will be Demi, myself and Zeph's bedroom. Demi and I spent a lot of days and nights on the computer shopping, picking all this furniture out. Pretty much ordered most things online. We worked out you can generally get it cheaper, and we got all Black Friday sales as well. The kids' stuff, we got decent stuff. Ours, we went a bit nicer. Spoiled ourselves.
Spoiled me rotten as usual.
We've had the koala mattresses before and really like them. They're pretty well priced, easy to get online, delivered to your house, come rolled up, and then you roll them out and they do their job. So I believe there's 4 in the range. The kid's got the SE one, which is still a good mattress, but it's just like the basic, more budget one, but for kids it'll be fine. And then there's a standard original, and there's like a full luxury one, so, and then we got between that, so I don't know, better than the original but not the complete luxury. But we used to have the original and it was very nice, so we assume this will be a little bit nicer again.
Oh shit.
Is it comfy?
That's wild.
This is a king bed too. We considered getting a super king, but like, nah, we don't need that big.